Hi, this is S. Marie. I'm before you today to talk about marriage at first sight. I'm going to focus in on two of the couples, Kristen and Keith. Kristine, is 29 years old. She's a real estate agent. And Keith is 30 years old. He's working as a technician, but he is in school to make a better life. Now, it seems as though at this point they've been married for a little over 3 weeks, and Kristine is tired of doing all the cooking and all the housework, doing everything that Keith's grandmother used to do. Now, you got to remember, Keith was brought up first by his mom, and he chose to go live with his grandmother, and she took care of him because she really probably had nothing else to do. She cooked for him, she washed his clothes, she kept the house clean, kept his room clean as well. And this is what Keith is looking for in Kristine. Now, Kristine doesn't understand this. There's a lot they don't know at this point about each other, and they're learning. And she's just recently learned that there's only been women in his life: his aunt, his mother, his grandmother. But she is the type that she's open and honest with Keith, and Keith is not exactly open and honest with her, because it is my understanding at the beginning of the show he was somewhat sheltered, where he didn't get out a lot with a lot of women, and they recently discovered by looking into each other's cell phones that he has been out, and he has all these pictures in his cell phone of other women, some half naked and whatnot, that he's keeping. And she's requesting that he delete these pictures. He tells her that maybe I should just get another phone, a new phone. She says, no, delete the pictures, as she has done. She's deleted her past for him. Now, she wants to be equal with Keith in the duties around the house, the cooking and the cleaning. Well, Keith doesn't know how to cook, so he said he'll do the cleaning, but he only half does it because he hasn't been doing it over the years. His grandmother's been doing it. So she's basically married to a happy-go-lucky child. But she becomes understanding when she finds out that there's only been women in his life, and they all catered to him. They both should have gotten marriage counseling. But this is marriage at first sight. And like I said, he's holding on to previous relationships, the pictures in his cell phone, and he expects Kristen to care for him just like his grandmother did. He's reluctant to doing the housework because he's like a child, a happy-go-lucky child. Keith is not understanding. When he looked at marriage and he saw her, she's an attractive young lady. She makes 3 times as much as he makes, but I'm thinking that was not the issue with him. When he saw her, she was attractive, and he just had sex on his mind. Well, in the beginning, she went along with him, even though there's 2 couples that did not have, not consummated the marriage yet. They have just a little time before they decide whether or not to stay married or to get a divorce. Well, Kristine, is not sure. She's starting to understand, considering the fact that she's just finding out about his past. She was supposed to meet his father, and his father has always proven to be irresponsible. This is why he was raised by his mother, his aunt, and his grandmother. Dad was always drunk. And they waited at the restaurant. His father promised him that he was going to come, take a flight or a bus or whatever, and meet them there. Well, he was a no-show. So Kristine is realizing that this guy never had a pattern to follow as far as being a husband, let alone a father, because soon, it's a matter of time, that they're going to want to have a child together if they stay married. Now, she's becoming understanding. Kristine is starting to be understanding, but for how long? Now, there's another couple, Katie and Luke. Luke is 34. Katie's 28. Luke owns his own business, speed dating business. Now, he should know something about dating and getting to know each other. Kate is a hotel a marketing specialist. So she knows how to organize. And sometimes I'm thinking might be why she's as patient as she is. Now, Luke is not open and honest with Kate. In fact, he's abusive, verbally and emotionally. He calls her, when they had a gathering where he invited his friends over to the house, he referred to her as the wife, not my wife, and he didn't take ownership of her as his wife. He shut her out pretty much during the whole incident of his friends being there. He entertained them. She was back in the corner somewhere drinking. Well, that's one of his complaints, that she drinks too much. Do you think that she drinks too much? And if she does she do it because of the way he treats her? The things that he's saying to her? This is one couple that has not consummated the marriage. He doesn't kiss her. He won't kiss her. He did kiss her that one time, and he said some abusive things to her about the kiss in midway. They didn't even complete the kiss. Will he, she's sticking around because what she wants is she's hoping for being a happily married woman one day. I don't know if that will be with him. She has had a past where she was disappointed when the guy left and his family encouraged him to marry someone else. So she has lost love in the past. Now, will he fall in love with her in view of the fact that she's taken his abuse, both verbally and emotionally? He has a very sly way of doing it. And he needs a strong woman, a woman that's just not going to take it. That would be a wake-up call for him. But she is the type that she's understanding and patient with him. And he's just going to step on her, which he's doing. And Maya Angelou said years ago that when a person shows you who they are, believe them. Because I doubt if this man is going to change, whether he falls in love with her or not. But do you think he will fall in love with her? Will she go through with the marriage, or will she end up getting a divorce? Because when I was in college, a friend of mine she was so crazy about the guy. Every time he turned around, she was there. If he came out of the men's room, she was there. Well, he went to summer school, but she didn't. She went home. And all summer long, he missed her something terrible. Well, he didn't appreciate her while she was there. And the same goes with Luke and Kate. When she's gone, will he realize that he's in love with her? And that his love is going to possibly make him treat her right? What do you think? She's reluctant to stand up to him. He says anything he wants to her, and she just goes to get a drink. How much more do you think she's going to take of him? She's a bit too patient, And like Maya Angelou said, when a person shows you who they are, believe them, because this could only get worse. This is the beginning of a marriage, and this man is doing this, won't make love to her, won't even kiss her, and she's doing without a newlywed. Imagine that. Now, Kristine and Keith, they make love, and that's all he wants to do, make love. And have her fix breakfast, lunch, and dinner for him. He's requesting 3 meals a day. And of course, he's requesting that she does his laundry and keep the house done as well. She says that's not going to happen. I don't blame her because she works every day. She makes 3 times as much as he does. Now, Kate, I'm not sure who makes the most, whether Luke or Kate makes the most money. But she's young. She's 28 years old. She's young enough to take time to find true love. Because at this point with Luke, I'm trying to figure this guy out. That smile that he has on his face is so deceptive that you just really don't know what's going on. And the counselor managed to get him to say that he thinks she drinks a lot. And then he goes and tells her this story about how his friend got killed because of a drunk driver. Hogwash. You shouldn't even be thinking about your friend at a time like this. You just got married and you're thinking about a friend. He drinks as well. He may not drink as what. He brought her 2 bottles of wine. Why you bring her wine if you don't want her to drink? You know, think about it. This man, I'm not sure what to say about him. At one point, I was wondering if he even liked women. You know, he just didn't seem to, want to be with her sexually. But he's always hugging on her to make her think that it's time. And it's not. And then she'll ask for a kiss and then he'll back off again. I personally think that everybody has their limit. And after the 6 or 7 weeks, I think she's going to take the ring off and go for the divorce. What do you think? What about Kristine and Keith? Do you think they will either one of them will take the ring off and go for the divorce? And like I said, Kristine is starting to be more and more understanding of Keith. And she admitted that she is falling in love. I believe they can make it. They can make it. It's just that this man has not had a pattern set for him growing up. He was forced to grow up early, didn't know how to drive, but his father was so drunk he had to drive. At a young age, he was forced to be the man of the house, but not in a way of taking care of business, in a way of being taken care of. So as long as he can get sex and somebody to take care of him like his parents, not like his parents, but like his grandmother did, he's happy. He's happy. He's unaware of the fact that she's not happy. So when they work together after they may be getting counseling, marriage counseling, I think they can work things out. As far as Katie and Luke, that's something to deal with. The fact that he rejects her so much, he's not open and honest with her. He's taken her to his parents' house. They love Kate. But his mother knows something, and she's wondering if this girl will be patient enough to stay married to her son. She's not say. Okay.